Hi guys, I'm Julianne, your automotive woman, and today, courtesy of Kapitale Leasing, I am test driving the all-new Audi RS6 Avant. So first, I'm going to take you guys for a walk around, have a closer look at that custom RS interior, and finish with a test drive. But don't forget, connect with me on social media, check out the new webpage, Automotive Woman News, because I'm giving away stuff all the time, and I don't want you to miss out. This Audi RS6 Avant is the first of many ultra-luxury vehicles I'll be reviewing from the Cap Leasing Performance lineup. Because due to their buying power in both Canada and the US, they have access to these specialty cars which are incredibly difficult to come by. That said, this particular model is very popular in Europe, but it was only introduced in North America in late 2020. And here in Canada, this is only one of a select few. And in my opinion, it's optioned perfectly. Blacked out detailing with the carbon fiber package and carbon ceramic brakes. And you're going to need these brakes because the all-new RS6 Avant is producing 591 horsepower with 590 pound-feet of torque, all coming from a 4-liter V8 twin turbocharged with mild hybrid technology from an 8-speed automatic transmission. And with its sport exhaust, how does 591 horsepower sound when in dynamic mode? Well, hit it! Amazing! If you guys thought that sounded amazing, wait until you see launch control. But the RS6 Avant is competing against the likes of the Mercedes-Benz E63S AMG and the Porsche Panamera. But without a doubt, the Audi has exterior styling lockdown. It just simply looks better. From the matrix LED lights up front to the custom LEDs in the rear, the wide body stance, the carbon fiber throughout, and definitely these 22-inch wheels surrounded by Pirelli P0 tires. Everything makes this family wagon look dangerous, but in a fantastic way. But here's a fun fact for you. These carbon ceramic brakes are the same brakes on the Lamborghini Urus I reviewed. And that SUV is valued at over $225,000. And coupled with this package and dynamic, you actually unlock the higher mile per hour range of 190. And with this hybrid technology, you also receive braking regeneration. The side doors on the Avant offer soft touch closing, meaning you don't need to slam your doors. But if you option it, you actually have a motion activated rear power liftgate. This power liftgate is also adjustable in height. To adjust it, very simple. Hold this button right here and wait for the beep. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, why would I purchase a wagon over an SUV? Well, in reality, when you have the seats folded in the 40-20-40 split, the Avant offers more cargo capacity than the Q3 and Q5 in the Audi lineup. And also, you have a lower ground clearance, making it easier to lift heavy items in. Now for convenience, if you need to lower your rear seats from the back, you can do that. There's one hand lever on each side, just give it a pull and it folds. There's also an LED light so you can see what you're doing. There's extra storage on the side, some connectivity, but you are offered no extra spare tire in the RS6 Avant, understandably, because the wheel and tire package is so large. But what you do receive under here is a tire mobility kit. The Avant is fine for 5 or perfect for 4 individuals, as everybody will receive custom RS seats. These rear seats are also heated, but I mentioned it earlier, they fold in a 40-20-40 split. In order to fold this center seat, well, you have to use this hand lever here. Leg space, head space is amazing. I actually have my front seat here set up for somebody who's 6 foot tall, and you can see how much space is really available. For storage behind both front seats, but they're only a mesh covering, so be careful for small items. Storage is also available on the side, it's just small and narrow. And if you're looking for some more space, well, there's a secret compartment right here that's no longer secret. Under here you can totally fit some more snacks, a cell phone, and it is lined as well. And of course you have your 2 traditional cup and bottle holders right here. This is fantastic. You actually have 4-zone climate control, meaning your guests back here could actually control their temperature setting. And like I mentioned, you also have rear heated seats and you can control that as well. For connectivity, 2 USB-C ports and a 12-volt. The RS6 Avant only comes available in one model, and then there's a few different packages that you can select. But Jeremy here at Kapitale Leasing has left none of the good stuff out. And I'll begin up top. You receive a dual panel sunroof. I've already mentioned it, but all the seats in here offer the RS custom badging with premium leather. The front seats are both heated and ventilated, and there is an option to include massage comfort as well. The steering wheel, he actually went with the Alcantara steering wheel, and it's the same material you'll find on your gear selector, and it's fantastic. The whole interior is fantastic, even with the carbon fiber package, the Quattro badging. Everything is just put together so nicely. But the steering wheel is kept simplistic. On the left-hand side, you have your customization for your fully digital driver cluster. And then you do have the option of a heads-up display. The heads-up display is pretty cool with the tachometer. If you don't like it, you can always deactivate it. On the right-hand side, you have your voice commands, you have your Bluetooth settings, and then your radio settings. There's also the option of Sirius XM radio. You only have a 3-month free trial. But when you're speaking to Jeremy or somebody close to your neighborhood, ask about RS modes. There's 2, RS1, RS2. RS2 actually deactivates electronic stability control. I do not recommend doing that unless you've had proper performance driver training. So check out my website and come to one of my track days. But also I should mention that you have adaptive cruise control in here. To find those features, it's actually on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. And I should also mention you have a lot of standard driver assisted technology. Forward collision warning, blind spot detection, lane keep assist. You have your rear view camera. Also, you have 8 sensors around here and a 360-degree camera. This infotainment system is the same one I reviewed in the Audi e-tron. It's simple to use, it's incredibly fast, and it is a swipe through. You receive navigation, and with navigation, you can either voice command it, or you can type it in, or actually physically write it in within the lower screen. That said, you also receive the scented interior in here as well, and you can change your interior lighting as well. If you're looking for some extra connectivity, it's inside here with some extra storage, and this is where you'll find your wireless charging. Also, I should note you receive standard Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Apple CarPlay is wireless. Now there's 3 driving modes: Auto, Comfort, and Dynamic. Now before I hit the road though, there's one more feature I have to show you. Launch control, dynamic mode on. Let's do this. Oh my God! Wow, like 2 stages! That's amazing! 2021 Audi RS6 Avant Quattro all-wheel drive, and let's be honest, I am not surprised launch control was so amazing. We're talking about V8 power, twin turbocharged, and really that electric motor, you can feel it, man. And that's what electric EVs essentially are known for, is that instant torque. But I was surprised that it happened in 2 stages. That felt incredible. And the shifts that the engine automatically does itself, I mean, you have the option of paddle shifters, but you honestly don't even need them. One feature that really surprised me that it works so well, and I shouldn't be surprised because this is an Audi, but is the air suspension and the way that the shocks, or essentially dampers, are really absorbing that road well. Because typically when you have 22-inch wheels or any sort of large wheel package, you're gonna feel the bumps more, the potholes more. but not in the RS6. It absorbs all those really, really well. Now, it is a 5,000 pound vehicle, give or take, and you can feel it if you leave it in dynamic mode. But I recommend just leaving it in comfort or auto, especially as a daily driver, and it'll be really, really smooth. You won't feel the steering as much. It'll be softer for you. You'll also save a little bit of money at the pumps, but I mean, when you're driving a $142,000 car, I don't think you're too worried about fuel consumption, but just saying. Overall visibility is fantastic out the front, sides. There's no blind spots because that third window is huge. And don't forget, you have blind spot detection as well. But in order to use those features, you have to make sure they're activated. Just a thought. If I had to be picky and choose a disappointing feature, I'm gonna say maybe the fact that the steering wheel functionality lacks a little bit of character when you're comparing it to the AMG steering wheel, which is one of the better ones in the industry. I like how Audi has kept everything simplistic, but I think it would be way more convenient to actually have the adaptive cruise settings actually on the steering wheel instead of over here with some cheap plastic levers. Again, that's just my opinion, and that would be the one feature that I would change. But my overall impressions: looks stunning, without a doubt. I said it earlier, it looks better than the competition. The ease of use of everything, Audi is known for that. The technology is just really, really well done. But what I like to do in all of my videos is recommend a test drive. So if you're local to Kapitale Leasing, I'll provide the information down below. But if you're from my US audience, I'll also, again, look in the description. I'll provide Jeremy's information there because he knows all about exporting as well. Because RS6s, like I said, are hard to come by. And that US dollar is always better than our Canadian dollar. So you know you're gonna get a good price. But guys, I'm Juliana, your automotive woman. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss How To Tuesday or Feature Car Friday. Thanks, guys.